Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. One of the very beautiful aspects of the Prophet Muhammad's life, alayhi salatu wassalam, is the importance of walking. Now, walking is a sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam that has expressed much goodness in his life, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it was narrated from Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha in Sahih al-Bukhari that إذا كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بالليل سار مع عائشة يتحدث. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم was a man of a routine. Now what did that routine look like? Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha narrates that when the night time befell, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would designate time in the night to go on a walk with Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. Now what's the benefit of walking? It's interesting that the Prophet ﷺ 1,446 years ago had walking as a part of his life. The science now is proving a whole different game about walking. The Harvard University Department of Health conducted a study, and they found that those who walked and who had walking as a part of their life were more prone to a life of contentment, a life of happiness, a life where they are more insightful and understanding of themselves. What else did the Harvard Health Publishing Department find out? Walking itself reduces your craving for sweetness, it reduces breast cancer, it boosts your immune function, it also eases your joints, it eases the pain in your joints, subhanallah. It strengthens you, it gives you more strength in yourself. And it also protects you against obesity. The American Psychological Association did a study about the importance of walking, and here's what they found. Those who walk those who exert themselves in half the amount of physical activity, which is the minimum that is required, so that's 2.5 hours of physical activity, you had a reduced chance of depression and anxiety and loneliness by 25%. Now, for those that walked, who got just the minimum, which is 75 minutes of physical activity in their day, what was their response? They had an 18% lower chance of depression and anxiety and loneliness as well. Now, for those that are depressed, the study found that 1 in 9 cases of depression are cured and can be prevented for those who walk at least 150 minutes per week. And that goes for the aforementioned 18% and 25%. So 75 minutes of physical activity per week, 2.5 hours of physical activity per week, and 150 minutes of physical activity per week, they give you the results that I just mentioned. And so that is why, as Muslims, it's very important that we understand the importance of walking. Now, walking here doesn't mean that we just simply go out for a walk. Walking here means that you leave the confines of your home, you leave the confines of your hardships, you leave the confines of your difficulties. You leave the space that's bottled you up and exhausted you and overwhelmed you beyond your capacity. That is what we need to do. Walking here doesn't mean that if I feel sad, I'm just going to go for a walk and everything is going to get better. There is a more symbolic meaning to walking that the Prophet ﷺ is showing us in the hadith and that the studies have proven. And that is one that Islam speaks of very greatly. The more you walk, the more you persist, the more you move with action, the more you confront your world and you confront your challenges and fears, you will find a benefit that will give you the best of what you want in yourself. And that is what we all need to do, inshallah.